Hey guys, so today I'm going to talk to you about guitar slides for your slide guitar playing. And I'm basically giving you my opinions, okay? So there's steel, stainless steel, brass, glass, and bottleneck, which I'm not crazy about, but I have it. And there's ceramic, which I prefer not to use them. They're big, they're bulky. I have big hands, and it feels like a bear's paw on there to me. You got to establish what finger you're going to use your slide on. And there's some advantages to wearing it on your ring finger. As you can see, I can't even get this one. That's why I use my pinky. And I don't want to get off track here, but it's important for you to figure out what finger you want, either ring or pinky. And not many people have a finger this big on their ring finger, so you'll find one that fits. And I can get them custom too, but I prefer the pinky. What's the difference in these slides? Not a whole lot. I don't care what people say. I notice with a ceramic slide, you get a little more duller sound. I've talked to guys, even John from Guitar Institute. It's basically the slick surface more than anything. I do notice with brass, there's a little more resonance because of my brass strings, my Diodarios, and I do notice that. But if you put somebody in a room and listen to this, you might not be able to tell. So let's just try something simple. Here's glass. Now we got stainless steel. Now we got brass. Now I noticed with the brass, lasts longer. Hear that? Because they're brass strings and they work well together. So I really like brass on acoustic. A lot of guys go by this rule of thumb. For electric guitar, they prefer stainless steel. And then for acoustic, brass or glass. And ceramic, like I said, I'm not particularly fond of them, but there's a number of them out there. I know Justin Johnson, he makes a really nice one, and I see him use it a lot, and it sounds great. It just, for my hands, it's not ideal. So, really figure out what finger you're going to play on, and then you got to get your slides to fit right, okay? That's really important, man, because last thing you want to do is tip your hand, have your slide fall off on you, and hit the ground and break, especially glass, okay? So here's how I gauge it. This is okay, all right? It's got just enough to bend inside. See that? That's what you want in your slide. Now, my brass is too big, and it's got a flared end. So there's a lot of movement going on in here, and you just got to be careful. One thing about the brass, when it's on the neck and it's running the strings, you don't even have to press down. And after you play slide long enough, you won't be pressing anyway. You'll be dancing right over the top of the fret. The brass gives you a little more resonance, like I mentioned, and it works really well with brass strings, of course. And, this bottleneck slide, I don't like bulky. I have a hard time finding my sweet spot with this one. That's it. And it doesn't mean it sounds bad. It's the way it feels on your hand, too, is important. So make sure your slides are fitting your fingers. They're not stupid loose, and they're not you don't want to be able to push it on. See this? How it's going on? That's it. And it's just barely touching. And that's what you want, especially when you're playing electric. But you want to be able to move that pinky inside there. You don't want it super tight. Okay, so you got that. and like I said, you're gonna want to have all 3, 4 of those types of slides, and then figure out which one you like. And it's fun because sometimes I pick up. I'll use steel for sometimes 3, 4 days. Then I'll pick up my brass. It's just kind of how I'm feeling that day. You know what I mean? I've broken 3 of these already from dropping on my tile floor. So always be careful with your glass slides. And yeah, man. And then on another video, we'll go over some licks. But I'm no guitar teacher by no means. I'm a blues guy. Like I told you before, this is my very first guitar. I'm 67. I've been playing harmonica with bands by myself since 14. I've been listening to blues since I'm 5. I got all the stuff. I know all the cats. I got the books. The book. The Bible, by the way. And Paul Oliver did an amazing, amazing job on this, man. So I've learned from literature. I've seen some of the greats before they passed away. So I'm like I said, I'm not a teacher. I'm just trying to pass on what I know and what I feel. And when you listen to my music, you can say my emotions are involved because I take the blues to heart. I always have. So yeah, and then we'll talk about my Resonator guitar too on the next video, and give you some options that you can work with if you're in the market to get one. So yeah, man, enjoy. I will be getting back to you. Peace.